Tell the worker to do his thing. And head to the store. I have liked this Valtra. It's a nice little tractor. Filled it. Yeah, when we started out, I did have the Valtra mod pack, which gave us the existing A, N, S, and T, and many more engine mod options and tyre options and all the options. But I always felt the A was a little bit light, didn't have the front hitch, it just had a front weight. And the N was a little bit over specified. I mean, you can go up to over 200 horsepower in the N, but it was about the same size as the G. G is possibly a slightly smaller chassis, but if it is, not by much. But it only has the small engines that things like the Massey 5 and the Fendt 300 have. So it's nicely set in the sort of the 100 to 130 horsepower range, and works nicely as a cheap small tractor. And modern, so you don't feel out of place putting things like crop sensors or GPS and advanced seeding computers and all that sort of gubbins on it. And because it's small and cheap, because it's cheap, repair costs are very low on it. So if you can get away with, I only need this tractor to do this job, that's eminently equitable, because it's going to cost you less to fix it at the end of the job. So the job is, by definition, cheaper, plus lower fuel consumption on it as well. And I think that's where the N loses out compared with this. It's a more expensive model, and thus more expensive to fix. Anyway, we are here. Let us oh dear. Okay, let's not buy some fertilizer. Let's borrow some money. I'll probably borrow 2 lots. And now we'll buy some fertilizer. I think 2 tanks should be sufficient for at least one of the contracts. And doing some contracts will help us pay the debt down, because I didn't realise we were that desperate. Obviously running workers is costing us a bit. Let's head back to the harvester, which has driven into a hedge. That's awesome. How are we doing here? Looks like I need to do the same thing as I did in the other field, and let's do a quadruple headland here. And then we'll get back to our little Valtra, find him a job. Interesting. So you can't raise the header, you have to turn the harvester off. With a normal combine, you can lift the header, turn around, and then drop it straight back down while the thresher on it is still rotating. This thing, no, you have to turn the harvester off in order to raise the header. Okay, that's done what it's done. I'm thinking again what I might do is just set this up on a worker, unload it into the Challenger, and then let it keep running. We'll take the time to run back to the yard. Once that's done, there's the Valtra. Oh, we are close enough. Okay, let's go find a job. Fertilizing 40, 42, 17. Ooh, 17 pays well. And 28. And 35. I'm guessing 40 and 42 are over here somewhere. Like right there and right there. Let's go 42. It's a good start. I believe week before last we had an update to this. This was not included base game 22. It was released much more recently as a Giants released mod, and last week it got an update to add the crop sensors to it so that you can do the spot weeding, I believe. Oh, we're struggling. Mr. Car Driver, slow down. I need to get past you. And I need to get into that field right there. And there's a car coming, so let's do the crazy thing. Yay! Alright, we are here. I guess that's pretty much close to where I want to go, so let's... You helpery? You are helpery. Unfold, lower. Engage. And worker. Okay, so worker's doing its worker thing. Now I need to find the kind of convenient. Although your pipe's on the wrong side. So, yeah, this one I don't seem to have too much problems pulling up alongside for some reason. Well, I guess since the worker's working, or the sprayer's working, may just be able to make a run all the way back to the yard without delay. Axion's still doing its thing. Harvester's harvesting. Sprayer's spraying. No, sprayer's not spraying. No, other way. You're doing your thing. Why aren't you doing your thing? Oh, because you turned that way. Okay then. Wow. So our worker did an awesome job turning the wrong way at the end of the field. So, is the hedge going to be in the way? Kind of no. Okay, that'll be fine. Going to lower that back down again, and Worker, go. Go. What object? Seriously, what object? Go and engage worker. And worker's working. Now, knowing my luck, he's going to get to the opposite side of the field, turn around and come back on this side again. But anyway, we'll deal with that when we come to it. He's still doing his thing. He's turned off his engine and gone home. Okay, oof, and the harvester's already half full, so I don't think we're going to get back to the yard, empty everything and get back here again before he's full. Oops, let's try not to drive up the embankment and roll the tractor. That would be a bad form. So I think generally what we're going here, we're doing okay. I'd like to do another check on how much sugar beets we've actually harvested again. Because this has been quite the operation. Sugar beets yellow, 63%. The sprayer's still doing its spraying thing. Let's keep to the right so we don't crash into the header trailer. And the plough's actually now having 0 problems. So that's good. Of course, what I could do here is dive through the sheep field on the left and just miss out all of this traffic thing. Yeah, we're going to have to. Sugar beet harvester's turning round, but he's probably going to be full before I reach the silo. Sprayer's turning round too, but he hasn't reported that he's reached the end of his job, so hopefully he's going the right way. Yeah, 100%. There we go. Yeah. Okay, just took a quick trip into the harvester, get that shut down while we're doing our thing here. Let's go, and jump. Worker off, unload. Plough is doing the plough. That actually did turn the right way. So there's going to be, I don't think the worker is going to complete the task for us. However, that's on auto. Gonna leave that on auto anyway. I usually don't, because I'm kind of concerned that it's using more fertilizer than it needs to. But, we've started, so we'll finish. So I think the same is true in Farm Sim 22. Contract fields are just add fertilizer. They're not get the nitrogen up to a good level. So yeah, it's just here's a contract you can do 2 times before the harvest. Make the most of it, but then you don't want to you don't have your equipment on automatic, because obviously you just want to get out there, spray as little as you need to, and get the contract done. Now we're running with seasons, realism assist seasons on this map, so they've expanded the number of times you need to fertilize back up to 3. So you can do 3 fertilizing contracts per year per field. Now field 17 is one of them, which is the one to our left. I wonder if we'd be able to afford it at the end of this year. That would be funny if we could. Although that said, I'm not sure what I would want to do planting. I would probably need to plant oats. It's got to be some spring high nitrogen crop, because that field has miscanthus, and I'm not planning to harvest that because it needs a forage harvester, and we don't have one on roster, and I think it produces wood chips, which then means, well, you're selling it at the sawmill. Anyway, carters are back. See if I can get it right this time. Here we go. Turn that on. Turn that off. And set the worker off. Oh, seriously? Get that out of the way. I'll plonk it over here. Alright. Tell the dude to stop following me. Spam calls, they found me again. Okay, you're doing your thing, you're parked there, you're still doing that, and you are done. You think. I don't think. So I think right about here now we will switch this over to manual application and Application rate of 56. Okay, that's fine. Now the thing is because I've actually started spraying my own fields. Actually, I always sprayed my own fields. I tend to... Well, the last thing I did was spray my own fields. I'm running this on automatic for that, because obviously we don't want to over nitrogenate our fields. Anyway, how's the harvester doing? Harvester is at 74% again. When that happens, you turn it on and then key bounce and it turns off immediately. Okay. What I haven't done is, good grief, we're only 65% done on this field thanks to the worker being almost completely inept. And Helper D has a full grain tank, yay. Stop that there. We'll go find this guy. So I think this time we'll finish off that contract and let the worker run to full, and then we'll cart back to the farm. Because obviously number one job here is to get the sugar beets in. Didn't check that. Sugar beets 650, so this will put us up to 700. And we go back to the contract screen. Oh, we're at 75%, that's not too bad, I guess. I'll run this back over here. Engine off, jump to the Valtra. What the heck are we... Yeah, I didn't think that was... Okay, there we go. Looking for contrasting dirt. We're kind of doing okay on this field. For the most part, what did we pick it up? Just over 60%. We're well over 70 now. What I'm trying to do is run the edges, because that's probably going to get the biggest area of completion versus product used. Actually, that's a lot of area completely missed along here. Worker did not do a good job. Let's put it on cruise again, and over 86. So I'll probably have to go fill some of this up between the edge and the bits the worker did. But I think for the most part we'll be well done here. Then we'll grab field 40 and do that one. How are we getting on? 92. Yay. That's probably a good point to turn around, except I'll probably prang into the edge of the map, because that's actually a thing. On this field at least. 94. Now it's going to take time to make up the percentages. Going to have less than a tank, an IBC's worth of fertilizer in the sprayer here. If I do the huge field, that'll give us a big income. Probably have to run to the store a couple of times just to get it all done. I think there was then a couple of fields in, where was it? 3528, which are a little bit close to the store. And I'm kind of inclined to want to do that just so that I can get a full tank of fertilizer before I head back to our farm, because I do believe I am going to need some nitrogen on the fields later. Come on, you can do this. Oh, how about we run up to the top? That's done. Alright, we got paid. Now, fertilizing field 40, bigger field. Gonna take more stuff. And field 40, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's not that one, it's that one. Okay. Fold that up. Hello, fold that up. And there's the gap. Okay, again, I can go and kick this off on a worker and leave him be. And fold. (22.5 degrees? I guess. Go. You can do it. So you are again full. Turn you off, turn the blinky lights off, turn the engine off. Oops. Jump back to there. Engine follow. Engine go. Okay, so another run back to the yard. Oh, hand slipped. Make the turn though. Good. How's the ploughing doing? That's the next question. Because he's been working kind of hard. He's getting close to the end bit here, where you don't get much time, but you do. Sorry, you don't get much done in the time it takes because you spend most of the time turning around. if I was assisting with the ploughing, I'd probably have tidied all this edge up and could take the small tractor up to the top corner and be doing that with the shorter plough. Sadly, that would not be something we can do very well here. Well, obviously, because we're doing too many things with too many tractors. We got one tractor in reserve at the moment. So that's kind of a good situation to be in. And I think once we get to harvesting the sunflowers, I don't know. Oh, I just noticed it's 2 o'clock. It's time to dump another 40,000 litres of silage into the digester. Oh, I think the Challenger got stuck behind a car again. Well. Challenger got lost. Darn. Not to worry. I'm guessing he's probably still just on the main road.